The Midnight Train, a true scary story. Have you ever been alone on a quiet road late at night? The kind of road where the only sound is the hum of your engine and the occasional rustle of leaves in the wind? It's in those moments, when the world feels still, that the unimaginable can happen. This is the story of the Midnight Train. One night, a man named James was driving home after a long day at work. It was past midnight, and the roads were empty. He was tired, but he knew the route like the back of his hand. As he approached a set of train tracks, his car suddenly sputtered, and died. James tried to restart the car, but it wouldn't budge. Frustrated, he stepped out to check the engine. That's when he heard it, a low, distant rumble. It was the sound of a train approaching. James froze. He hadn't seen a train on these tracks in years. In fact, he was sure they were abandoned. But the sound grew louder, and the ground beneath his feet began to tremble. He turned to see a train barreling toward him, an old-fashioned steam train, its headlight cutting through the fog like a ghostly beacon. The train came to a sudden stop right in front of him. The door opened, and a conductor stepped out. He was dressed in a uniform that looked like it was from another era. The conductor smiled and said, "All aboard." James felt a chill run down his spine. Something about the train felt wrong. The conductor's smile was too wide, his eyes too empty. James politely declined and said he'd wait for help. The conductor's smile faded, and without a word, he stepped back onto the train. The train began to move, its wheels creaking as it picked up speed. James watched as it disappeared into the fog, the sound of its whistle fading into the night. He couldn't shake the feeling that he'd just avoided something terrible. Minutes later, James' car miraculously started. He didn't waste any time, he drove straight home, his heart still racing. The next day, he decided to look into the history of those train tracks. What he discovered sent a shiver down his spine. Decades ago, a steam train had derailed on those very tracks. Everyone on board had died in the crash. The tracks were abandoned shortly after, and no train had run on them since. James never drove down that road again. But sometimes, late at night, he wonders, what would have happened if he'd stepped onto that train? Would he have made it back? Or would he have become just another passenger on the midnight train? Be careful where you go when the clock strikes midnight. You never know what might be waiting for you in the dark. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more chilling tales. And let us know in the comments, would you have boarded the midnight train?